everybody. Welcome to my big announcement. I've got so much to tell you about, and I'm really excited to be with you streaming live both on Facebook and on YouTube. So, if you know anyone that you think might be interested in hearing about the bonuses they might get from pre ordering my new book, be sure and send them a link to wherever you're watching this live stream, whether it's on Facebook or on YouTube. I'm looking to see if this is the first time I've streamed to both YouTube and Facebook. So I'm looking to see if I can see comments. I might have to log in right here. But anyway, I wanted to see, first of all, I wanted to show you my book. I know I've shown the cover online before, but I want to just go ahead and show it to you. I've got a physical copy here. I'm so excited. I just got a few boxes of the book, and I am just really excited to share this with you. So, the book comes out October 6th, and so I've talked with Tyndale, who is my publisher, and got a couple of bonuses for you. So, first of all, what I want to show you, let me go to this, let me show you my screen here. If you go to my website, you can look up at these tabs up here. See, this one here says Another Gospel. You can click on that, and that will take you to the landing page for the book. And so I want to show you this landing page because this is where you're going to go to pre-order the book. I mean, you can go right to Amazon or wherever you want to. Um, but this is where you can go to click on pre-order from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, ChristianBook.com. You can order it right from Tyndale or from Lifeway. So then after you pre-order, or if you've already pre-ordered, by the way, this is the big question I've been getting all week, is if you've already pre-ordered, yes, you get the bonuses. So don't even worry about that. And another question I've gotten is if you pre-ordered more than one copy, then you get the bonus for each copy that you ordered. So if you're giving a copy to a friend, they get the bonuses too. So pre-order the book, and then see right here, right underneath these pre-order buttons is a click here. And what this is going to do is take you to the big reveal, okay? So I'll just tell you about the bonuses, what they are, and then I'll take you there and you can see. So the first bonus that you're gonna get if you pre-order the book from any time since it's gone up until midnight on October 6th is you're going to get the first two chapters a week early. So you will get to start reading the book a week early before your physical copy comes. And so that's the bonus number one. The second bonus is you will have access to a very private Facebook group that I will be leading, where we will take 6 weeks and read through the book together. And so I'll assign chapters for that week. And at the end of each week, I'll do a Facebook Live in the group where I'll teach a little bit through the chapters and then take your questions and we can discuss. And so it's essentially like a book club, which I got to tell you, I'm really excited about this. I let my Patreon supporters know about this a little bit early. So a bunch of my Patreon supporters are already in that private Facebook group waiting for you to join us. And they're all really super excited. We've already started having some really great conversations in that private Facebook group. So I really, really want to see you in there. I would love so much to walk you through this book and just that I can walk you through it. And so what you'll do is after you pre-order, then you will click on that link there, which will take you to a contact form. So all you'll do on this contact form is put your name and your email and submit it. And after you submit your name and email, okay, I got to put my name in here so I can show you. And then I'll give this is my contact email on my website. So contact@alisachilders.com. And then after you click that, it will take you to the Another Gospel Book Club with Alisa Childers. And so this is so much fun, and I'm so excited to share this with you. So be sure and do that. So the action points are number one, go to the landing page, which I've got the link right here for you. I think it's right there. So go to alisachilders.com/another gospel. That's action point number one. Number two is pre-order the book. And then action point number three is go right under where the buttons are to pre-order the book and click here to claim your bonuses, and then just follow the links through and it will take you to the Facebook page. And then a week before the book comes out, you will get in your email box the first two chapters of the book. And so I am really excited to show you tonight. I want to show you the table of contents because one thing I thought I would do tonight before I take some of your questions is I thought that I would show you the table of contents and just give you a general overview of the flow of the book because I'm really excited about it. And so I'm going to go back to sharing my screen here and I'm going to show you my table of contents. And so chapter number one is Crisis of Faith. And so the book essentially begins at my darkest time of doubt. I take you right to those moments where I was just really struggling with my faith. And then as we work through the book, essentially you're taking you with me as I dug my way out of that extreme doubt. I walk you through all the questions that I had. I give you a lot of backstory just from my life, from my time in the music business, where some of the questions that would arise in my heart and mind that eventually led to the doubt, where some of those things came from. So the second chapter is called Rocks in My Shoes. And in that chapter, I'm essentially walking you through some of the reasons that I was questioning my faith in the first place. Like some of the things I saw in the evangelical culture that I grew up in, that I was thinking, man, are we getting this right? And so that's really essentially where the Rocks in My Shoes chapter comes from. And then I love the title of chapter 3. It's actually kind of for people who know who Walter Bauer is, hopefully they'll find this humorous, but it's chapter 3 is Creeds, Cobbler, and Walter Bauer. I don't want to give too much away about that because you'll have to read to know what Cobbler has to do with Walter Bauer, but you will find out. But in that chapter, I'm talking about essentially historic Christianity. What is it? What is it that's defined Christianity and made it unique in the world for 2,000 years? And then chapter 4 is called Fixing What Isn't Broken. And that chapter is giving some of the reasons that people are walking away from their Christian faith into progressive Christianity. Number 5 is called A Different Kind of Christianity, and that is sort of a helicopter view flyover of progressive Christianity. Number 6 is called Nothing New Under the Sun. I love this chapter in chapter 6 because essentially I'm going through some ancient heresies that Christians have had to encounter throughout history. And so I'm basing it essentially on the verse in Matthew where Jesus says, if anyone wants to be my disciple, he must deny himself, pick up his cross, and follow me. But I changed the Bible verses to go with the heresy. So you'll see verses like First Judaizer 16:24. It's not a real verse, I made it up, but it's supposed to kind of go along with the Matthew verse. There's Gnosticus 16:24. Again, not a real not a real verse of any book, but it's based on that Matthew scripture. So I go through some of those heresies and the similarities that they have with progressive Christianity. And then chapter 7 is For the Bible Tells Me So with a question mark. And so this begins 3 chapters on the Bible because this is such a huge issue in progressive Christianity. So in chapter 7, I walk you through my childhood love of the Bible and some of the thoughts I had about the Bible when I was younger, some of the things I learned as I got older. And then I go into essentially, do we have an accurate copy? I'm answering and asking questions like that. Do we have an accurate copy of what was actually, written in the beginning? And then chapter 8 is called Was It Only True for Them? And in this chapter, I go through biblical reliability, questions that I had, wanting to know, did the biblical writers tell the truth about Jesus? Did they get this story right? And then chapter 9 is called Authority Problems. And this has to do with the progressive view of the Bible, has to do with biblical authority. And again, just questions that I had about those things. One of my favorite chapters, if not my favorite, is chapter 10, and it's called Hell on Earth with a question mark. And you will get a bird's eye view into the psyche of my 7-year-old self and my thoughts on hell back then, and some things that I got wrong, some misconceptions that I had, some misconceptions I think a lot of people have. And we talk about universalism and the progressive view of those kinds of things, final judgment, heaven. And then chapter 11 is called Cosmic Child Abuse with a question mark. And many of you who have been listening to my podcast, obviously you know what that's all about. Has to do with the atonement and the progressive view of the atonement. And then finally, the final chapter is called Reconstruction. And essentially, in this final chapter, I walk through my reconstruction and ask the question, what are the essentials of Christianity? What is it that you must believe in order to call yourself a Christian in any meaningful sense? And so, gosh, a lot of history, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears has gone into this book. And I'm just honestly just so excited to get this into your hand. So once again, pre-order anytime since the pre-order link has gone up until October 6th at midnight. And you will get, number one, you'll get the first 2 chapters early. So that's the first 2 chapters there being Crisis of Faith and The Rocks in My Shoes. You'll get those 2 chapters a week early so you can start. And the second bonus is that you will get to join the private Facebook book club group that I'm going to be leading. Will take 6 weeks to read through the book. And at the end of each week, I'll do a Facebook Live with that group where I'll teach through the chapter a little bit. I'll give some extra insights. I'll take your questions. We'll have discussions. And then just throughout the 6 weeks and beyond, we'll just discuss. We'll talk about it. You guys can share what you're learning. You can share insights you've gleaned from the book and share your experience reading it. So I'm really, really excited. I would love to have you join us in that Facebook group. And again, go to alisachilders.com/anothergospel to get those bonuses. And so if you have pre-ordered more than 1 copy, what you'll do is you'll go to the Facebook page, and essentially this is for everybody, when you get to the Facebook page, you'll have to request to join the group. When you request to join the group, this is really important. That's where you're going to put in your receipt number. So you're going to put in the retailer where you bought the book, and then your receipt number or your order number. And so with each membership to the group that with each book that you've bought, you can do a different Facebook page to add to the group. So just with each person that you've gifted the book to or whatever, they can go on and request and then just put that same order number and the retailer in. I hope that makes sense. But if something gets mixed up, just send a message and we'll get it figured out. So I'm going to go here on YouTube and look at some of these comments and questions. Hey, Pierre and Yvonne. Praise Jesus is the name. Praise Jesus, that's a good name. Beck, Andrew, can't wait. Rock and roll, working fine. Mrs. Childers, right on. Okay, Carol, hi. Yes, saw that we can pre-order on Amazon. That's right. Let me see if I can find a good question. Okay, this is a great question. So Beck Andrew is asking, when will the book club start? I'm in Australia, so shipping will take a bit longer. So grateful for your teaching and ministry. That's a great question. So what we've decided to do in the book club is we aren't going to officially start reading the book until October 9th. So that gives you 4 or 5 extra days, depending on when your retailer is shipping the book. Sometimes they'll ship them a couple of days early. But remember, you're going to be getting chapters 1 and 2 a week early, so you can get started on those. But we will officially start the readings on October 9th. So that just gives you a little bit of buffer. And I'm sure this isn't difficult reading. So even if your book arrives a little bit late and you have to play catch up on chapters 3 and 4 or something like that, it won't be difficult to do that. And we'll make sure that everybody, gets to be involved and participate. So that's a really good question. Rock and Roll is asking, do you have a time and day of the week for the Facebook group meetings? I have a pretty full week of study. Yes. So what we'll be doing is essentially once the group starts, What we'll probably do is the Facebook Live will probably be in the evening, like on a Thursday night. I figured that was a good night because people might have church on Wednesday or something going on Friday. So I think we'll probably do those lives on Thursday night. But if we get in the group and there's just a general consensus that everybody wants, Saturday at 10 o'clock or something, we can do that. In fact, I can even put a poll in there to see what's the best time and day for everyone. So we can figure that out. But we'll try to get as many people who can be live with us as possible. Let's see here. Comes out on your birthday. That is awesome. Hey everybody. Oh, good. Okay. Can you buy a digital copy? Yes. And this is a great question as well. You can get a digital copy if you order from Kindle and you pre-order. Just you get the same bonuses. So just put in your order number and your Kindle, and that you'll be good to go. So if I'm trying to see if there's any other questions here. That's basically it. So I'm just going to announce it one more time. And then what we'll do is we'll make some sort of a graphic that says all of this information. But before I do that, one thing I wanted to ask you guys to do, if you, this is one thing that I think is really important for us to understand. So progressive Christians have some of the biggest platforms in Christianity, honestly. Some of the authors that I read and review their books, they have, close to 1 million followers. Some have over 1 million followers on Instagram. They have huge platforms. So they have a lot of vehicles with which to get their message out. Now, you can see that my platform is not as big as that. And so I am limited in my capacity to get the message out. And so when I was meeting with Tyndale and the marketing people, they were really making the point that, we need you guys. If you are passionate about this message, if you're passionate about getting this book out, if you're passionate about confronting the message of progressive Christianity, if you're passionate about maybe helping bring some of your friends back who are being sort of tempted by progressive Christianity, then it's really up to all of us to spread the word. And any way that you can do that would be so amazing if you could help us. So I want to show you one way that you can do that. So if I go back to the share my screen here, here's our landing page where everything important you need to know about the book is going to be right here. And this is the link that I had down at the bottom, elisachilders.com/anothergospel. And you're going to essentially scroll down. There's the book trailer. You can share that. You can, click the link on YouTube and share that on your Twitter or Facebook. That would be great. Here are some of the endorsements. Got some wonderful endorsements: Lee Strobel, Randy Alcorn, Melissa Kruger, Sean McDowell. But then notice right here, there are 4 shareable memes with quotes from the book. And so one thing that would be fantastic if everyone watching this live stream could go to this landing page, grab one of these memes, you can download it onto your computer, and then you can share that on Instagram, you can share it on Twitter, you can share it on Facebook. And if you would do that with a link back to this landing page and maybe let them know about the pre-order bonuses, the book club, that would be so fantastic. That would help us so much to get the message out about the book. So again, pre-order the book, go right here to click here to claim your special bonuses, and then follow the links through to the Facebook page. And don't forget, in your email, you're going to be getting the first 2 chapters of the book a week early. And yeah, I'm so excited. So you can right now, you can join this Facebook book club right this minute. It's already live. We're already having discussions in there. I would love to see you there. So go to elisachilders.com and click on the pre-order, click on the click here to claim your bonuses, and I will see you in the Facebook group. And I'm really excited. I really would love to see all of you there. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope you have a great night.